Is Lord Farquaad the son of Snow White and Grumpy? Not only does the whole movie of Shrek have a whole premise that is loosely based on fairy tale stories, we also see plenty of these fairy tale creatures and characters. However, Shrek coming from DreamWorks being a rival to Disney and mostly all the other Disney stories like Snow White, Cinderella, etc., it seems like Shrek is kinda taking the mickey out of the fairy tale story. No pun intended. And the first time watching this movie I thought, it is funny that Lord Farquaad's short and angry and bitter, but it wasn't until I saw this theory that it all started making sense. Apparently, Lord Farquaad is the son of Grumpy and Snow White. Let's start off with the visual similarities between Lord Farquaad and Snow White. Well, number 1, the fair skin. Number 2, the black hair that is kind of in the same position and length as Snow White. Lord Farquaad's outfit somewhat resembles Snow White's outfit with the white little cuffs poking out of the shoulders. However, he's matching the exact colours of Grumpy. Now time for Grumpy. I'm not going to mince my words. Lord Farquaad is obviously short. However, he doesn't fit the same diameters of the dwarves in Snow White, or the 7 dwarves they show in this movie, as where they're a bit more shorter and more stumpy. Lord Farquaad seems like he was a mix between Snow White and Grumpy. Also, a whole another reason why he's connected to Grumpy is his attitude. Throughout the movie, he is very grumpy. And also, last but not least, he has a freaking magic mirror that is from Snow White. So would it not be likely that his mother passed it down to him? However, they do offer Snow White to Lord Farquaad as a potential bride, so do with that as you will. Is Shrek actually based on the feud between Disney World and Universal Studios in Florida? If you don't know by now, Disney World and Universal Studios are rivals when it comes to theme park attractions. And it's by no mistake, the movie, made by DreamWorks, talks about all the fairy tale creatures from Disney stories. In this theory, Shrek is Universal Studios, which is the company that produced the movie. Shrek's lovable swamp that he calls a home is Orlando, Florida. In no way was that a dig, I love Florida. But still, Orlando, Florida, swampy land. And all the fairy tale creatures being moved into the swamp are obviously Disney, which makes Lord Farquaad this guy. Again, in no way is this a dig on Walt Disney. I absolutely love those parks and the movies. But the theory as it stands is that Universal and DreamWorks were trying to throw shade towards Disney for their constant expansion across Orlando. The heroes and good guys in the Disney movies often come up as bad guys in the Shrek movies, like Prince Charming, Puss in Boots, Rumpelstiltskin, and the Fairy Godmother. Shrek likes to make out that these good guys seem like bad guys. And if that doesn't explain the feud between Universal Studios Orlando and Disney World, I don't know what does. Seriously, next time you watch Shrek, look at it from the perspective of Universal versus Disney. Let me know what you think. Is Princess Fiona a cannibal?
My God, you ate the princess!
This theory suggests that Princess Fiona is actually a cannibal and ate the flesh of the knights who tried to rescue her from the tower. Princess Fiona was locked in a tower because an evil witch put a curse on her to turn her into an ogre at night. It was said that she had spent 20 plus years locked in the tower until Shrek arrived to come and rescue her. Let's face it, 20 plus years with no one to talk to but yourself can change a person, especially if you're an ogre. Let's face it, she didn't really have any means of getting food or drink into the castle. It's not like the dragon was catering for her or prepping her meals and serving it to her. It does seem like if Fiona was to have stayed in the tower for 20 plus years, she would have been forced to resort to cannibalism, eating the remains of the failed knights who tried to rescue her. The fact that Fiona turns into an ogre at night kinda solidifies this theory. As a princess trapped in a tower, cannibalism may have been her only source of survival, and shifting into an ogre form at night may have helped this situation a lot. I mean, before Shrek come out, all we ever knew about ogres was that they eat humans. In addition to the theory being the most logical reason for Fiona's survival, there are also some visual clues that help prove her cannibalism. As Shrek and Donkey approached the tower, they spotted a skeleton of a horse. As it's fully intact and some distance from the tower itself, it implies that the horse was eaten by the dragon, or in this case, Princess Fiona. However, upon entering the castle, the partial skeleton remains of a knight can be seen, implying that he was dismembered and potentially eaten right there. In addition to this, after Princess Fiona is rescued, you can see a cookbook in the background of a scene. It's open on the page that is titled Nightly Treats, and is standing beside a huge cauldron big enough for a human body. The clear implication is that Dragon has been cooking humans. As dragons aren't known for their preference for cooked meat, it would seem like this method was a preparation for more of a princess. In this case, Princess Fiona, further proving the cannibalism theory. But what do you guys think? Is Princess Fiona a cannibal? Is Lord Farquaad the son of Grumpy and Snow White? Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.